Coach, your group's been one of the best in the NBA at holding teams under 100 points. You guys talk about that, making it your calling card. Just how much you feel your group is living that out this season.
I think they did a great job of taking on that challenge. They had 37 transition points last time we played them. To hold them to 16 tonight, I think is something that we made a point of emphasis, and the guys did a great job of honing in on that.
You make it that first half where maybe it felt like you guys were going through the motion a little bit, and just I don't know. I guess the first half really was kind of back and forth until the third.
I mean, it's one of those games. It's tough to play a team twice, and they did a very good job of making some adjustments. They mixed it up, playing some zone, threw some different things out there. But again, you give our guys credit for staying the course. Every game is not going to be high flying, going, getting up and down. Our guys are finding ways to win, and I think that's important in this league. That even when the games aren't pretty, you find a way to win.
Point, the last 3 games, team really took control in the third quarter, kind of right out of the locker room. What does that say about this team's development and growth to come out of the locker room, apply whatever adjustments were made and put their foot down a little bit in the start of these games?
It's what we've continued to ask them to do and what they're taking responsibility and ownership of doing. Coming out of the locker room the right way, making sure we're doing it on the defensive end first, and then continuing to share and move the basketball. Our coaches are doing a great job at halftime, seeing the adjustments, understanding what we can do better. We've got a bunch of open looks tonight that did not fall, but those are the looks you want to get, and our guys are continuing to trust the past and trust each other.
The starting group has played together now for a little while. What are you seeing from that group, and how much comfort is there in that group to work well together?
There's a continuity and a chemistry that they continue to build. Understanding when Paolo's getting double teamed, the matchups that Franz may see, Jaylen doing a great job on the ball, picking up, and then just stepping into his shots with confidence. Gary had a ton of open looks tonight, and then he's going to continue to work to be able to knock those things down. But there's just a chemistry and a flow to that group that continues to build.
In just over 20 minutes tonight, Jaylen didn't really fill up the box score with 10 points, but just his impact was felt all evening night. You just talked about it with him picking up full court. Just can you talk about the impact he has in the game, even when it doesn't show up on the box score?
And he does that for a ton. His level of energy, his ability to pick the basketball up, change defenders' minds about where they're going on the floor, his disruption, his toughness, his physicality. I think he just continues to do that for us. The fact that he was able to, knock shots down as well, to be able to space the floor, I think that's a continued added bonus.
Coach, what do you think about Paolo's performance tonight? Obviously struggled a little bit on Friday against Toronto. So how do you feel like he came out tonight and really took the game in his own bag?
I think that's the mark of a great player. You understand how a team's playing you in one situation, and you don't come back out and force it. I thought he did a great job of letting the game come to him. He was able to get downhill, find the right things in the game, make the right pass. He found his teammates a ton, and I just think his ability to be aggressive the right way is exactly what we're asking of him to do.
Everybody good? All right, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Franz, this was the 19th time this season this team's held another opponent to under 100 points. Just how much have you guys made your defense your calling card, and how important is it for you guys to continue to do that as you close out the season?
Extremely important. I think that's our identity, and I think we're as the season goes on, I think there's stuff always that you kind of figure out, and communications that are getting easier and kind of more of a habit, and I think you see that with our group a little bit, and we got to make sure we keep that going and obviously stay focused here towards the home stretch.
They had 37 fast break points the other night and just 16 tonight. How did you feel like you guys adjusted in between games, not just with the Raptors, but the fact that you're able to face the same team twice over a course of a couple of days and substantially improve in one area?
Yeah, I think we did a solid job. I would say the first half, they were still getting a lot of easy points in transition, but that third and fourth quarter, I think we did a better job, and I think that took away a lot of their easy points and easy offense, and when we get stops, that's when we get out and running and stuff like that too. So I think that always helps.
Last 3 games, I think you guys have come out of the locker room and really kind of expanded the lead and kind of put the foot down. What's maybe the mindset coming out into the third quarter against some of these teams to try and expand and extend those leads?
I mean, we had a talk after the Indiana game, which the third quarter was pretty much where we lost the game. So, as on the first unit, we gotta make sure we come right out of the half, and with the right mindset and right attitude and right aggression as well. And I think the last couple of games we've been doing that.
Starting group, yeah, you guys have been together for a little while now. What do you think's been working so well with that starting group, and how comfortable are you guys feeling as a five-man unit?
Well, I think defensively we're really good. I think we got 5 guys that take a lot of pride on that side of the floor, and we got really smart players too. So I think that's always a really good combination. And on offense, we try to move the ball, and obviously with Paolo, he's drawing a lot of attention on the floor. So I think this season we've been doing a really good job of kind of learning how to play off of that. And I think that those are probably the main things.
Franz, with tonight being the first of 8 straight at home, coaches talked about it with the energy that you guys are going to have here at home, and the familiarity of being at practice and the facilities. What do you guys just as a group are going to be looking forward to with this homestand, with an opportunity to really climb up the standings in these next couple of weeks?
I mean, just like anybody else, I think everybody likes coming home and sleeping in their own bed and stuff like that. So it's no different for us, and obviously it's super fun playing here as well. So like you said, I think that this is a super important part of the season, and I think we got a good opportunity to set us up pretty well for hopefully the postseason. Awesome, thank you.
It was the 19th time this season you held a team under 100 points. You guys have talked about making defense your identity. How important is it to stick with that calling card as you're closing out the season?
Yeah, I think it's more important now than at any other point, really. Just to continue our, having the effort game in and game out on the defensive end, and just, making it tough on teams whenever they play us.
Your mindset changed in that third quarter, and what was working for you offensively?
I wouldn't say my mindset changed. I just think, I think the game opens up for me. I think a lot of times at the start of games, teams are, super alert, trying to keep me from getting to my spots. And so in the first half, I kind of took what they gave me. And then in the third, I got fouled, I think, first possession. I got to the line and then just was trying to be aggressive. Had the 3-ball going, which always helps, just being able to open up the defense.
Just as a team, the last 3 games, I think you guys have really come out strong in the third quarter. Maybe what's the change of mindset coming out of the locker room now to kind of put your stamp on the game as a team?
Yeah, I think just first half, we're not playing bad, but I think the third quarter is just an opportunity to start fast, and if you get if you go on a little 4-0, 6-0 run to start the half, that can pile on to a bigger run, and you can put yourself in good position for the rest of the game. So I think starting the second half fast is important, and I think we've been doing a good job lately.
You guys have kind of settled in with that starting group over the last couple of weeks, when everyone's available. What have you seen from that group, and how comfortable is that group playing together right now?
Yeah, I think we're very comfortable right now. I think we fit very well together. I think just everybody can space the floor, everybody can shoot the 3, and then everybody's very versatile on defense. Just everybody's interchangeable, switchable, and I think on both ends it helps us a lot. And guys, I think we know each other well enough now to where we have a feel for if this guy has it going, or if that guy has it going, or if this guy has a matchup, and just trying to create whatever advantage that we can out that lineup.
Paolo, with tonight being the first of 8 straight games you guys got at home, Mose talked about it earlier with you guys, having the fans here, having that energy in the building. But, what are you guys collectively, just as a group, looking forward to with this opportunity with the homestand and just to be able to reach up the standings a little bit more?
Yeah, I was super excited when Coach said that in the locker room that we had 8 straight coming up. I was super excited to hear that. Feels like we haven't had that many games all year straight at home. So I'm just excited to, be in my crib for extended period of time and just get to hoop, you know, in front of these fans with the guys. Love playing on home court. You know, I think it just gives us, like you said, a bunch of energy, you know, from the fans and from ourselves too. I think we play, you know, not saying we don't on the road, but just at home, you can tell the energy's, you know, very consistent. So I'm excited. We got some tough teams coming in, so we're gonna have to be ready.
Back to that starting lineup. Even though Gary wasn't hitting his shots tonight from three, he had solid looks, I thought. When he's not hitting, though, how does he still help spread the floor even though he might not be falling? The shots might not be falling.
Yeah, I think him taking them is a help and helps, you know, regardless. You know, he makes shots, but on top, whether he's making or missing shots, like Gary, you know what you're going to get from Gary. You know he's going to defend. He's going to make the right play. He has a great feel for the game, feel for situations. You know, he knows how to get guys the ball. He knows how to set guys up, and on top of that, you know, he makes shots, and that's what we tell him. You know, shoot it when he's open. He had a couple that rimmed in and out. So, you know, hopefully he just keeps getting those looks and taking them, and yeah, he helps us on both sides a bunch.
Everybody good? I got one more. Yeah, Paolo, so I asked Coach, was pregame about your game in Toronto on Friday. You know, the second half, you were using a lot more screen and action, you know, pick and pop, not playing with the ball in your hands, having that ability to roll. You know, how much are you seeing your game grow in that department when you don't have the ball in your hands and you can kind of work more off that screen and roll?
Yeah, I think that's something that, you know, I'm able to do. You know, I know I don't do it as much here, but, you know, I did it a lot in high school, did it a lot in college, and then did it over the summer. So, you know, I think that's something that I've tried to tell Coach, and Coach has told me, just with the way teams are starting to guard me, teams are trying to, you know, pick me up full court, keep a body on me, and kind of just, you know, wear me out in a way. So instead of trying to combat that by bringing the ball up and having the ball in my hands, you know, just coming off of it, going to screen, rolling, you know, getting it to where now I have an advantage, an advantage situation, I can make a play. So that's something that, you know, we definitely talked about, and, you know, Coach is going to keep finding ways to get me in different positions on the court. But it's something that, you know, I definitely think I can go to when teams are trying to take away other things.